please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Teachers, please take attendance and do a quick dress code check. Thank you.
Good morning, Cardinals. Today is Veterans Day, and today we honor those who have fought for our nation's freedom, those who have gone before us, and those who are still with us. So we are going to have a ceremony to honor those veterans. In 1921, an American soldier, his name known but to God, was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. This grave became the symbol of dignity and reverence for America's veterans. Similar ceremonies had occurred in England and France. These memorial ceremonies took place on November 11th. The day became known as Armistice Day because it was on November 11th that the armistice to end World War I was signed. If the dream that World War I was the war to end all wars had been realized, November 11th might still be called Armistice Day. But World War II broke out, followed by many other wars and conflicts. As a way to honor all those who had served our country, President Eisenhower in 1954 signed a bill proclaiming November 11th as Veterans Day. This day is to honor all who have served, and it is time to pay special tribute to those who have paid the supreme sacrifice and given their lives for their country. During this memorial candle lighting ceremony, we will pause to remember all who have paid this sacrifice. The Revolutionary War gave birth to our nation. It began in 1775 with the shot heard round the world when colonial troops clashed with British troops at Lexington. The war lasted 8 years. When it was over, the 13 colonies were one country, the United States of America. I am now lighting the candle representing the 6,800 Americans who were killed during the Revolutionary War. The War of 1812 was fought between the United States and Great Britain from 1812 to 1815. It was during this war that Francis Scott Key wrote our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. I am now lighting the candle honoring the 2,260 American soldiers who died in that war. The Mexican War began with an attack on American troops along the southern border of Texas in 1846. It ended in 1847 and resulted in the United States gaining areas that would become Texas, California, Arizona, and New Mexico. I am now lighting the candle honoring the 13,283 Americans who died in the Mexican War. The Civil War was fought between the Union troops of the northern states and the Confederacy of the South because of disagreements over states' rights and slavery. It lasted from 1861 until 1865. More Americans were killed in this war than in any other war before or since. I am lighting the candle representing the 624,511 American soldiers who were killed during the Civil War. The Spanish-American War was fought in 1898 between Spain and the United States. This war was fought mainly because Cuban patriots were demanding independence from Spain. As a result of this war, the United States emerged as an international power. I am now lighting the candle representing the 2,385 soldiers who were killed in this war. World War I started in 1914 when an assassin gunned down Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Austria-Hungary. It involved most of the world's great powers. The United States entered in 1917 and helped the Allies win a victory by 1918. Over 10 million people died in this war to end all wars. I am now lighting the candle in remembrance of the 116,516 American soldiers killed during World War I. World War II began in 1939 when Germany invaded Poland. The United States entered the war after Japan attacked Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. This was the most costly war in the history of mankind. Over 50 million lives were lost in this war, which was fought in every corner of the world. The war ended in 1945 after 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Japan. I am now lighting the candle that represents the 405,399 American soldiers killed during World War II. The Korean conflict between communist and non-communist forces in Korea began in 1950 and lasted until 1957. The United States came to the aid of South Korea in order to contain communism. I am now lighting the candle that represents the 54,246 Americans who were killed during this conflict. The Vietnam conflict was the longest conflict in which our nation was ever involved. In 1961, the United States began supplying troops to South Vietnam in order to support it in its war against the Communist North. In 1973, a ceasefire agreement that allowed U.S. troops to withdraw was signed, but it solved few problems. I am now lighting the candle that represents the 58,220 Americans who were killed during the Vietnam conflict. In addition to all those we have previously mentioned, Americans have given their lives in the defense of freedom in Beirut, Grenada, Desert Storm, Somalia, Bosnia, Afghanistan, and Iraq. I am now lighting the candle that represents those 171,580 who have been killed in these conflicts and wars. There is one final candle to light. This is the large candle which I am now lighting. This candle represents the 4,763 Americans who died in the September 11th terrorist attacks. May the light of their lives continue to shine as we search for peace in our world.
Hey Cardinals, we are thrilled to announce our Quarter 2 celebration on December 20th. This event recognizes our students' hard work and commitment. To receive an invitation, students must meet the following criteria: no more than 2 tardies, no SCRs, no failing grades, Fs, and no more than 2 Ds. Join us in the cafeteria for an engaging atmosphere featuring DJ Davey Fresh, popcorn, and exciting minute-to-win-it games. We hope to see you there. Fly high, Cardinals!
Get ready to give back during our Thanksgiving food drive. The Student Council will be collecting from November 11th until November 22nd. To participate, bring in canned goods, cereals, rice, pasta, and other non-perishable items. The advisory class with the most donations will win a prize.
Hey Cardinals, have you ever wondered where you fit in here at school? If you have, then join Pride Club. Pride Club is for everyone and anyone can join. In Pride Club, we will celebrate what makes us different and unique, learn how to support and stand up for ourselves and others, and have fun with activities and games. Meetings will start next week and be on Wednesday from 7:10 a.m. to 8 a.m. in A203. We hope to see you on Wednesday.
If you are a 7th or 8th grade girl interested in trying out for basketball, listen up. Girls' tryouts will be on November 12th, 13th, and 14th. Tryouts will be right after school until 4:45 p.m. each day. Pickup will be at door 6. To participate, each player needs to have a physical turned in and completed parent and student final forms registration. Without those 3 things, you will not be allowed to try out. Players will need athletic clothing, tennis shoes or basketball shoes, and water. Listen to the announcement for updates and where to meet on November 12th. If you have any questions, email Coach Hall or Coach Danner.
Join the swimming and diving team. Registration for our swimming and diving team will be on November 19th and December 4th from 6:15 to 7:30 p.m. Students will need to attend one of those nights to register. Registration fee is $60. This will cover the team suit and cap. Our coaches will be present to fit students for suit sizes, provide practice schedules, and answer any questions. Students must have an updated physical to attend and a final forms account.
Make sure you take time to charge your Chromebook when you get home so your Chromebook will be charged and ready for the next school day.